Oh, it's times like these where I wish I had a ring light and a fancy camera like literally every other vlogger out there. But I don't, so this is what you get. Welcome back, guys! It's been a hot minute, and I do so apologize for my lack of uploading, but I have been crazy busy this month. But good busy, productive busy, crazy productive good busy. And that is exactly what today's vlog is about. Now get ready, because the most disorganized person on the face of this planet is about to give y'all some organization tips. But if I can organize my life, you most certainly can. So that's my selling point. Now, I am a naturally disorganized person, just as I am naturally a night owl and naturally good at doing a KK Slider impression. Is in the blood. And I have tried so many methods of trying to get some form of organization that sticks. Apps, journals, but nothing really worked for me. I'd try it for a bit and then my drive would just kind of sizzle out after a while. But I decided to try this method for 2017 when I was home for the holidays. I have so many revelations during the holidays. And thus far, it's worked! I've been so insanely productive! And I'm excited about that, and I want to share it with you! P.S. A large part of the system was inspired by my friend Cheyenne, who's a very naturally organized person, and she actually runs her own channel with tips and tricks, so that will be linked below, so check that out. Alright, enough being coy, Anna. Tell us your secrets. Alright. It all boils down to a list and 2 charts. Friends, let me break it down for you. It starts with a list of quarter-year goals, and I like to break down goals into quarters instead of years because it just feels more manageable, and a year is a long time. You'll want room to flex and bend your goals as life happens. So I make a list of quarter-year goals. Now the key to these are picturing what you want your life to be and the person you want to be, and then making your goals based on how you can obtain that. And they should be specific and realistic. There should be no try-tos or once-in-a-whiles. Those are far too vague and you'll never end up doing them. Try to read more or read once in a while are lame goals. I call those wet noodle rules. There's no commitment. At the same time, be realistic. Don't have a goal of doing something every day if you can't possibly follow through with doing it every day. Would it be awesome if I read a bit every day? Yeah. Can I realistically read every day? No. And then if I didn't read one day, I would feel like the goal was ruined and pointless and it didn't matter if I read every day or not now because I've already broken the goal, and do you see where this is going? So instead, I might make a goal saying, always have a good book on my Kindle ready to go. So I separated my goals into 3 different areas of my life: health and fitness, career, and happiness and self-love. From there, I fill out some obtainable goals for the quarter year. I'll give you a couple examples from each category. Take a dance or yoga class once a week. Make 3 home-cooked meals a week. Only keep 1 type of dessert in the house. Baby steps. Create a sketch every 2 months. Sign up for another acting class. Assemble an ongoing crew to do projects with. Cosplay 3 things this year. Go to a convention. Always have a book ready to go on Kindle. Realistic, specific, and fulfilling. Those aren't all my goals, by the way. Just some. So now we have our quarter year goals, but we're gonna have to narrow our focus if we wanna make every single day count towards those goals. And this is where the charts come in. The first chart is the to-do chart. P.S. I really recommend getting a couple of whiteboards for this one because it's really easy to change over, but if you want to, just use a sheet of paper and change it out and be my guest. So here's a picture of mine from a couple of days ago, and I've blocked out part of it for now so as to not overwhelm you. Don't make fun of my handwriting. We're going to divide this chart into 3 sections: what you want to get done this month, what you want to get done this week, and your daily to-dos. And while making these goals, we're going to want to work from largest to smallest, so we're going to start with our monthly to-dos. And where do we grab these from? The quarter year goals list! For instance, one of my quarter year goals is to make a sketch every 2 months, so one of my monthly to-dos might be to have a sketch written out and ready to be produced by February. A quarter year goal is to cosplay 3 things this year, which is roughly 1 every quarter. So a monthly to-do might be to dye the corset I have for the first cosplay of the year, so on and so forth. Now when setting our weekly to-dos, we can draw from our monthly goals. I want to have a sketch ready to go by February. Maybe by the end of the first week, I want to have a rough draft of the sketch. Then the next week, my to-do will be to have a final draft. And then the next week, I'll assemble a crew. And then the next week, which is actually the week that this was taken on, I'll set the shoot date. Some can just straight up transfer over from monthly to weekly. If by week 3 I see that I haven't checked make a dentist appointment off my monthly to-dos, there's a good chance that that's going to transfer over to this week's to-dos. And then setting daily goals is easy. You just see what you want to do this week and transfer some over. Now your daily to-dos don't have to come from your weekly or your monthly to-dos. For instance, I can have a daily to-do of folding laundry without having an overarching goal of folding 8 bags of laundry this month. No, it's just something I should do today. Now, here's where it gets fun. Unblock the picture. We turn it into a game. A challenge. A challenging game. Now stay with me here. I have 5 to-dos a day. What to do today, a minute or two to do. Sorry. Each time I finish a daily to-do, I get a point. Every week's worth of points, 35 points, I level up. And every 5 levels, I treat myself to a little something. This can be a new pair of boots, a video game, a massage appointment, you name it. Whatever rustles your jimmies. And that, friends, is how you motivate yourself to get things done! Also, you'll feel so freaking on track. Like, normally I would wake up and be like, what day is it? Did I have plans today? I feel like I had to get stuff done. And then I'd forget things that I had to do or just take 20 minutes to clear that fog and figure out what I wanted to do that day. Now I wake up, look over at my to-dos, which I've written the night before, and I'm good. I have a game plan. That's past Anna looking out for future Anna, which is now present Anna. So this is a fantastic system. Now, chart 2 is also muy importante to shaping up your dream life. The other chart is my habits chart. My habits chart consists of several habits I would like to get into in order to be the person that I want to be and live the life that I want to live. Across we have the days of the week, and going down we have the list of habits. And below that we just have little sticky notes with quotes about motivation to help inspire me. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Every day you just go through and X off the things that you've done. Now this one is much more lax than the to-dos. If I don't do everything every day, that's a-okay. I'm not expecting to. It's more of a way to track how often I'm doing things, make note of things that I'm not doing very often and would like to do more often, and maybe incorporate those into a daily goal. At the end of the week, I put little stars by things that I would like to work on more next week. And then hopefully, over time, with more practice, more and more of these things will be checked off every day naturally. Habits. But there isn't the same type of reward system as the to-do chart. Unless I do happen to do everything one day, in which case, you bet your booty I'm getting a bonus point on my to-do chart. Yes! But it's more chill. Now some of these are used to track quarter-year goals as well. For instance, I have a quarter-year goal to have a home-cooked meal at least 3 times a week. So I have home-cooked meals under my habits so I can see every week how I'm doing on the home cooking front. So it's useful for that as well. The combination of these boards has made such an improvement to the productivity of my day-to-day life. Now I know that every single day I am taking steps towards my dream life, and honestly, I think that that's the key to fulfillment. So I hope maybe this has inspired you to use these tips to apply to your life, organize it, and live it to the fullest. What are some other tricks you use to motivate yourself to work towards your goals? Let me know below, I'd love to know. Let me know below, I would love to know. Let me know below, I would love to know. Oh Lord, I will see y'all in the next video. Go be productive butterflies. Fly away butterflies. Bye! Let me know below, I would love to know. Let me know below, I would love to know. Let me know below, I would love to know. Let me know below, I would love to know. Let me know below, I would love to know. Let me know below, I would love to know.